Welcome back, everyone, to episode 19 of Squad Pod. We are one person short this week. Alex has a bellyache, so he is not going to make it this week.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not COVID, as far as we know.
As far as we know.
Not that that should prevent him from being on here, but, you know.
Hope he's all right either way.
Yeah.
Either way.
Peace to Alex.
The overlay says Cody because I thought Cody was going to be on in replacement, but he's not. So it's just Squad Pod Sports plus Evan. So
T's and P's.
Squad Pod Sports plus Evan. That's what we're turning this episode into.
Yeah. Speaking of Squad Pod Sports, we got kind of an exciting announcement to announce here, Vern.
Yes, we
as
do.
of yesterday. We got a brand. As long as everything goes smoothly, we have been invited to join a brand for Journey with the Jays. John Shear, who was on Squad Pod Sports a couple of weeks ago, they're building an empire over there. They're building a website. He's just apparently they have a bunch of shows they're going to be starting to upload here, all sports shows, and they invited Squad Pod Sports to be a part of what they're doing over there, and we're really excited about that.
So graciously would love to accept that offer.
I kind of I saw you guys talking about it. So what are you gonna do? He's just gonna host your episodes, or?
No, I mean it's everything's gonna stay the same, to be honest. That was one of the things that I really wanted to talk about with him was pretty much we're just gonna be doing everything as normal. We're gonna be uploading on this channel at Squad Pod Sports still. Nothing's changing. But with the addition of, we're also going to be uploading the show on their website, and they're going to be kind of promoting us on their website and through their shows that they're uploading as well. So I mean, we're really thankful for the opportunity.
Very
shout out to them. Go check them out. Journey with the Jays.
Gonna have links to all of their stuff in our descriptions as well. Yeah. You know, so
did you guys not know about that last night?
Oh no. Yeah, we.
Okay, I didn't know if you talked about it.
It just wasn't official, really. I mean, because I was waiting to talk to Vern about it, you know, because I talked to John. But I mean, we just wanted to kind of talk with each other and then kind of feel stuff out, get some more details. But it's looking pretty good right now. You know, we're excited.
Super excited.
Kind of taking the next step with the podcast here a little bit.
I love just being able to share exposure. Like we're still super, super small, you know. Yeah. But like. Anybody that we have that watches us could potentially now watch them, you know, and like anybody they watch potentially exactly like any type of exposure like that. Yeah. And just being able to share content with the community at the end of the day. Like that's what's really exciting about it.
It's all about helping each other at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking
that's exciting.
Sharing, we have hopefully, as long as everything works out next week on here, we should have a really awesome guest. Actually, our first guest that isn't in our main circle of friends.
That isn't part of the Squad Pod. That isn't part of the squad.
Exactly. So yeah, hopefully Zach, he's a local musician, really awesome guy. So hopefully that'll be really good. And for the 20th episode at that. So
that's perfect.
Yeah. And
he's worked for a couple radio stations before, I know as well. He's done stuff for them. So I mean, it's pretty exciting. I know he does. He has a pretty big event coming up. He has events all the time.
He's always. I guess he has
a big one coming up here soon.
Always doing stuff.
And definitely have him talk about that on here. Let him know. Spread the word.
I have a feeling it's going to be music episode 2.0, and I'm totally fine with that.
Oh yeah,
I'm all for it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of the 20th episode, this is the last little announcement I had. There was a comment that was made on the Facebook page that may have pointed out that the logo may look like squad poo. So
squad poo. It kind of does. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
It's impossible, and I get it.
It's squad poo. Squad poo sports.
But yeah, I totally get it, and honestly, it just gives me a reason to redo everything. So hopefully, I actually have a new logo made. I have new overlays made. Hoping it looks sleeker, cooler, cleaner, podcast. A little less clunky.
You'll be seeing that soon.
So hopefully next episode.
Next evolution.
All the templates I've been making, they say episode 20. So hopefully I have them ready to go and I don't got to change them.
That was motivation for you.
I actually wanted it this week, but I'm like, I'm not going to pressure myself. I'm just going to, because I knew I wasn't going to get everything done. So
yeah,
especially if my computer dies, then I'm definitely not getting it done. So
yeah, I feel you on that.
But
a lot of exciting stuff happening for Squad Pod recently. A lot, and here's to more bigger things to come eventually down the road.
I'm also going to try to use Twitter a little bit more because you tagged me in something, Wyatt, and I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, I should probably use this.
It's not something you got to pay attention to. It's
I think it was a giveaway.
It's a giveaway for 2K21 on PS5, which I don't even have a PS5 yet. But I want that 2K21 game on PS5 just in case. And I had to tag someone else in it. And hey, I'm not ashamed to do it. I've done it with Vern and Alex on Instagram before too.
Hey. Yeah, I just want to use that a little bit more. So
yeah, you tell me there's a chance for something free.
Telling me if I go to Burger King, I might win a PS5.
Yeah, I know it's legit because they had the check mark. It was Ronnie 2K.
I saw people winning Xboxes and stuff at Taco Bell already. Like I saw someone actually got it already. Yeah.
Really?
But does it work?
Yeah. That's the big thing going on right now. And I mean, like by the time this episode airs, the PS4 Jesus, it'd be like San Diego Chargers. That's what I'm going to be dealing with.
They'll both be out by the time this episode's out.
But exactly. It'll be like the 13th. It'll be Friday the 13th when this episode drops. And the PS5 will be out. But anyway, there's already cases of the PS5 being dead. Like a big YouTuber. Let me pull this up here. I forget his name. It goes by ACG on YouTube. And apparently his PS5 is already dead. He had a tweet that said, "At this time, my PS5 is 100% dead. I was having the storage rebuild issues others reported, but mine escalated to full errors and network issues /boot. Sony and I were working through troubleshooting when it died completely." So, like, that's concerning, to be honest. Like, that's not a random source or anything. Like, this is somebody well known. Yeah. Apparently, he was given patrons like refunds because he felt like they paid for PS5 content. You know what I mean? Like that's the basis off the refunds. And he was like saying it himself. He's like, I'm going to be providing refunds to anybody who wants them, who's looking for PS5 content.
He's not gonna have it.
Like, just makes me like wonder like what's going on with it.
And so he hasn't given specifics.
You know, it's not gonna be. Yeah, I mean, he's like, they were saying.
Like, did they say
having storage rebuild issues?
I don't know what that means.
Others reported, but mine escalated to full errors and network issues /boot. And he says Sony and him are working together. Let me see. I'm gonna go to his Twitter here.
Yeah, and then there was like the as we know now, the false reports about the Xbox smoking. Yeah. But I guess they do have disk tray issues where they're not accepting disks.
Is this like a Saber printer? Or something like is it just gonna,
it looks like
blowing the doors off, blowing the roof off.
It looks like he has two PS4s or two PS5s. He was talking about how he has a second one now, and it's working just fine for a couple hours. Review in progress. So like he's back to gaming.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, I mean that's the first I heard about the PS5 having issues.
It's concerning.
So
why? I mean, if I have a chance to buy one, I'm still buying one.
I was just about to say.
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't change my mind. I'm still gonna buy one. If I can scoop one at midnight through GameStop, I'm going to. Because as far as we know, not just PS5, but all next gen consoles aren't being sold in stores directly. You have to buy them online and pick them up or have them shipped. As of tonight, I guess GameStop is doing a midnight thing, so fingers crossed. If not, I guess Walmart has like 4 separate times tomorrow where they're gonna have a chance to get them. I guess it's like noon, 3, 6, and 9, and then I think midnight again or something. But I mean, I'm gonna be checking them sites hopefully to get one.
You're gonna have a PS5 by the end of the week,
bro. I'm hoping. I'm on a site right now where it has all the links for every single like Target, Best Buy. Like all I do is click on the link and it takes me to the PS5
Go ahead
page.
And get on that phone and type in games that I could play with my PS4 buddies. Because I ain't buying a PS5 right away, man. What are you gonna play with me?
I think to be honest, I can play anything with you guys. It's because it's still PlayStation.
All right.
Yeah, I think
and everything's crossplay. It's all
one
crossplay,
of the big things.
So I'm pretty sure I can just keep playing whatever with you guys, to be honest.
Cool. You're just gonna have fucking way better graphics.
if and it's a big if I get a PS5, I'm gonna try to record an unboxing video, something cool, maybe put up on the YouTube.
That'd be perfect.
PS5. Hopefully I'll be able to do that because I'm trying to get another game or so.
Definitely do that. Put it up on the Squad Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like what you guys are saying with like if they're having issues, I'm determined. I'm also buying the 2-year or 3-year warranty on that bitch just in case.
Exactly. No matter
just
what.
They replace them. Yeah.
No matter what.
That cat's gonna spill something on it.
Always. I got when I bought my 4K TV a couple months ago, I got 5-year warranty on that just in case. I don't fuck around with my electronics.
I wish I had a warranty on my laptop.
Yeah.
I don't think
I had one. Mine ran out after 2 years.
I don't know if I do or not.
Yeah, I usually get the extended warranty.
I don't even know how I'd look at that. I don't even remember where I bought it. To be honest.
I know my HP, they actually have like the hub for HP that you can like check your warranty and like all your statuses and shit.
It's Dell. Oh, I gotta look at that because I'm pretty sure I bought it 2 years ago.
You might.
That's what I'm saying.
That is some shit that it would do though. Like it would break as soon as the warranty's up.
Right. Yeah,
that's what my Vizio TV did. As soon, like literally right after warranty went up. That's whenever the screen started having issues.
I bought it. It was probably 6 or 7 months after I bought it. The battery just stopped charging, which is fine. Whatever. I can plug it in. I can still move the computer around. It's more portable than a desktop. It's not the end of the world. I just got to leave it plugged in. But now, if I go to turn it on, as soon as I plug it in, the computer turns on. That's weird. So anyway, then it goes to boot up and then just turns off. Like it's like you pulled the power cord out. It does that twice. And then I have to hit the power button and then it boots up, the lights come on, and then it dies one more time. I hit the power button one more time and then it actually turns on, but I have to boot it up through the boot menu, otherwise it'll boot loop.
Oh my gosh.
But then today when I went to turn it on, nothing. Dead. Like I plugged the charger in, I don't even get the light. I hit the power button, nothing. The only thing that worked was I went on Dell's website and it said to do like a hard reset where you hold the power button for 20 seconds or so, and I'm like, what's that gonna do? There's no battery in it. It worked. So but it still did the whole thing where it like boots up, so
damn, man.
Dude, I don't know. And the thing is, the charger works because when it's in, there's a light that comes on. So I know there's power going through it. And I know like where it's plugged in. Like I have power going to other things right now. But so from what I'm understanding online, it's a motherboard issue, which, sucks. Mm-hmm. So, I'm probably getting a new computer soon.
Damn.
I
want to be able to do the things like that we're doing with my old laptop.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah. See, I've been looking into like AMD has a new processor, or it's not new, but it's newer, where like I forget what it's called. I was literally just looking at it. But their 5 core, or it's not i5, i7, it's something else. But their 5 is just a little bit better and cheaper than like an Intel i5. And then same way with like their 7 is better than an i7. So I'm like, well, if I can get whatever this is, AMD 5, I don't remember what it's called. Like it's cheaper, but then maybe I can get a decent graphics card still.
I feel you.
But yeah, that's that whole thing with like Xbox and PlayStation. That's why I never like to buy things as soon as they come out. Because I don't want to be the person to guinea pig it.
True, but if you got a warranty on that thing...
That's true.
That's like jumping with a bungee cord on you. Like,
what's your limit with a warranty? Like, where do you draw a line? Do you get a warranty on everything? Because I know why you just said
no.
With all your electronics.
It depends, man.
I don't get warranty on video games.
No.
I don't pay for the warranty on video games.
If my video game doesn't work, I would expect them to replace it.
A TV, a console, stuff that I'm spending probably over $500 on or $600. That's I definitely
do. You have insurance on your phones?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Vernon, you should have the most basic form of insurance, but you don't.
Huh?
You should have the most basic form of insurance, but I know you don't because you're anti.
A phone case?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't believe in phone cases, and like I'm just knock on wood. I'm not trying to break my shit. I just don't believe in them. I believe in the sleekness of a cell phone. Looks awesome. You know, why do I want to hide that behind a bulky case?
Vernon would rather spend a $100 deductible than a $20 phone case.
Listen, Evan, who thinks he knows
I know what
so
you're
much
gonna
about
say.
Vernon,
I know what you're gonna say. Why are you
ask
dropping
me the
your
last
phone?
time I spent that money on a fucking deductible. 6 years ago, 5 years. Fuck the phone case. I don't need. If you take care of your shit, you're not gonna break it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I know accidents happen, but fucking take care of your shit. Make sure, be precautionary so you don't. Whoa, no. You know what I mean? Come on now, it's not that hard.
I haven't been using a case on mine here lately.
Exactly. I converted Wyatt into thinking logically, like, wait a second, I'm just planning for failure if I put a case on it.
I don't think it's that bulky.
Well, also, it has to do with my phone is like 3 years old now, and I have an upgrade I can do. So it's like
living life dangerously.
Right now. But yeah, I agree with you though. Phones are sleek and they're nice. They should
I will say, Vernon, when I go to take my phone out to clean it, I'm like, ooh, this looks nice.
Yeah, every time.
Dude, it looks so nice. Like, just regular.
It's nice. Why do I want to fucking hide behind a big ass case?
I know how I am. I'm gonna drop it. And I never used to drop my phones. I don't know, maybe it's the case. Maybe it's the case.
Soft.
I'm soft.
Yeah.
You're soft.
Soft mentality. You're like, I know I'm gonna drop my phone. Fuck that.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say I have 2 reasons why I'm not gonna will use a phone case. Olivia, Gracie. Those are the reasons I'm not using a phone. I'm not taking off my phone case.
If they want to break your phone, the case ain't gonna stop them.
Yeah, but it's gonna stop them from when they have sticky fingers on the counter, and then I tell them to put it down, and they put it down by taking it above their head and throwing it to the ground, because that's what they do with everything.
If they would break that phone, that case is barely gonna stop them, man. That's all. They're kids.
I will say.
So it's more.
If you're letting.
So what you're saying is the case isn't really as like it doesn't protect your phone as much as they think it does. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it depends. Like, so
is it a conspiracy that like the cases just don't do shit?
OtterBoxes.
Like, it makes you feel
I won't
safe.
get an OtterBox. I think
OtterBoxes are the ones that do protect your phone.
This is a Pelican, so it's a different animal, but
not like just one of those rubber ones, those little like.
So I had an OtterBox Lite.
Makes it more shockproof and shit like that.
On my S8,
like, it's still. I've had cases on phones that have broken. You know, the screen still breaks.
Do you guys remember the S8? How it had like that curved screen, like the whole screen's curved. So I had an OtterBox Lite on it because for the same reason I didn't want like a giant bulky phone case. The problem is though, like how the phone was, like it had those like curved screens. Twice I dropped that phone flat on the screen and it landed on a rock. And both times it went right over the front camera.
And that's something that you can't control.
A phone case would not. Oh, actually, the first one I totally could have. I was playing Pokemon Go in the rain.
If me without a case or you with a case would have dropped our phones at the same exact time, we both would have had broken screens.
It doesn't matter, like at that point, if there's rocks and if it lands on the screen, it's going to break regardless of a case. So I guess I'm kind of with you on that one at that point.
The second time I didn't
protect the back of your screen of your phone, which is like I don't give a fuck about the back of my phone.
I don't give a fuck about the back. I super glued a magnet to the back of my phone.
You did,
so I could put it on my dash. I don't give a fuck about the back of my phone. It's way better to charge it.
So I remember I was like, yeah, man, I glued it on the back of my phone, like inside of the phone case, and then you put the phone case on your phone so you can just show your phone up there.
I'm like,
you're just like, slap.
And it fucking works, man. Even though that broke now, that magnet thing on my dash, I lost the one that I had in my vents that worked perfectly because I bought one that stuck to the side. So like it was perfect. It was in a better position. But the sticky shit on that wore off, so that one fell off, and now I lost the one on my vents, so I haven't even been using that lately.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I put my case on just to, like when I drive somewhere so I can put my phone up on that shit.
I feel you. I do have my case. I do have a case. Don't get me wrong. I own
for
a case for this
emergencies.
phone. It's in my car. It's in my like back cubby seat, like on my pad. Like it's there. I know it's there.
I remember you got your new phone like right before we went to Key West, and you're just like, no case. I'm going on vacation. What could go wrong?
Out in the ocean with this fucking brand new.
What could go wrong?
Like, yo, it's waterproof. Why? Yours is too. Like, because we both had the same phone. Like, yo, like,
also the same phone where you're like, yeah, man, I bought the gold one. I'm going to pick it up. And you got it and it was pink. And you're like, fuck it. I'm not even getting a case either. I'm rocking the pink phone. And you know what? I'm going on vacation too. I don't care.
Climbing on rocks and shit with this thing in board short pockets. Like, thinking back, I'm lucky.
Bro,
I've
gotten into the shower twice with my smartwatch on, and luckily it's like waterproof.
Dude,
because nice. The first time I got under the water and I was like, oh shit, I gotta take it off. The second time I was already like washing my hair and I was like, oh shit. And then it still works. Yeah, it's all soapy. And I was like, I know it's waterproof.
The Apple ones, when they get wet, they like spit the water out. Like it has a little fan and like
a rubber ducky.
Spit the water out of it. I'm like,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Dude, my Fitbit, I don't think it's waterproof, but it's been through the wash like 3 times.
I don't have one.
I always do. Yeah. Dude, I love having a smartwatch. I mean, even if it's just like the basic, I just like having a watch. Like it's cool.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like I don't really use it.
I like it,
but
I only use it whenever I like go somewhere or whatever.
Yeah, there are times at work where it's cumbersome to pull my phone out and check the time, and I can just. And by the time I lift my watch up, it has turned the screen on. Like, does yours do that, Wyatt? Like when you turn it, like it lights the screen up.
Yeah, I have that on.
Yeah, that's cool. The only problem is this one doesn't do like the text messages or the phone calls. Like. I can't control anything on my phone like my old one could, but I mean,
I had to turn all of the shit off because it had like Messenger and like Snap notifications, and I can't see any pictures on it.
Yeah, I don't need a Snapchat notification.
So like I had to turn off all those notifications except for text and calling, pretty much.
Calling is nice, especially like when I was at work, or when I worked at Orrstown. Or where I used to work, whatever. I would have my phone like charging on a back wall, but I'd be way far away from my phone. So like if I saw Brittany was calling, I could just like answer it and then like walk over to my phone and I wouldn't miss the call. So it was nice.
And I don't know if yours has it, but like the one I have has like if you lose your phone, you can like kind of page it with your smartwatch.
I don't think mine does, but it's just a Fitbit, so I think that's probably why. I've actually got a decent smartwatch. But
that's pretty cool, man.
I've had them since they were like basic. I had like a Samsung. Oh, I forget what it was. It was like the second one they had, like the second version of their smartwatch they had out. Brittany got it for me for my birthday, and I've had one ever since.
That's cool, man. I was always interested in one. I'm glad I picked one up because it's like. I wouldn't normally wear regular watches, but I mean, if I have a watch that's connected to like shit on my phone, like it gives me the incentive to get one.
Which one?
Want to wear a watch.
Which one do you have, Wyatt?
It's not. I don't think it's an actual like Samsung brand or, anything. I forget what it was called. I will have to look it up.
We got Samsung Gear Fits for free with our old phones. So we still have 2 of them laying around. I don't use them anymore. The one we never used, it's just been laying in our bag of like electronic crap. But yeah, that one they were nice. Like that one you could control some things with your phone, and like you could send basic text messages. You couldn't like type one out, but you could send like call you back later or something like that.
Yeah,
which is nice. I mean, it's a little direct though, kind of. Made you sound like a dick. I'm like call you right back with a period.
What do you want for dinner? Call you back later. Oh my god.
I don't know how you guys are when you text and stuff with like your significant others or anything, but I'm very rarely super direct like that. I feel like we're very. There's always an emoji or like a haha or something, you know, in between things. I'm never usually just like okay. I never just say just okay. I feel like that's. I don't know. I would never say that just in person usually. So I don't know how you guys are, but
the one I have is called Aerfa.
Aerfa?
Yeah, it's like AERFA. Aerfa? Aerfa? I don't know how you pronounce it. Smartwatch / health and fitness watch. Because it does take your blood pressure and like your vitals and everything on it too.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're just like, here's everything you need to know about me.
I scooped it because it was like the cheapest smartwatch I could find on like Prime Day. And I was like,
oh shit!
It was like I think it was only like $90 or something.
Damn,
it was cheap. Yeah, it was cheap for a smartwatch because it was originally like $150 or $160 on there.
Damn. Okay, so you got a hell of a deal on that shit.
Yeah, that's why
I was thinking that you paid probably like good chunk of change for that.
No.
Because I know them things are expensive.
If you're looking for a good smartwatch, like if you're about to upgrade your phone, try to find like a promotion where you get store credit or something. That's a really good way to get a free one.
Yeah,
I mean free, you know.
Yeah, because I know the Samsung ones are like $400.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gears, they're crazy expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also, I think they're connected to like 4G. They're not Bluetooth dependent. You can use those as your phone. You can just
they're actual like connect, like they are your phone, not just connected.
Yeah, exactly. They're like just an extension of your phone, a complete.
Because you can do everything on that shit. Like you can view like pictures and everything.
The Apple Watches, you can play Pokemon Go on them. Like it'll say like there's a Pokemon there, and you can hit like catch in the Pokestop.
I know you could do like actually get on apps like Facebook and shit on your smartphone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I can't even do that on.
Like, I would never really want to do that. You know, if I have like the time to sit on Facebook,
put Spotify on your smartwatch and shit.
Okay, Spotify would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do any of that shit on the one I have.
That'd be nice. I mean, especially just to like skip a song or something, just to be.
Yeah, it's pretty much you're buying another phone for your wrist at that point.
I think those ones though, you actually have to pay to add a device to your line. Like if you're doing that, it's like
really.
I'm pretty sure. So
because it's connected to the 4G and like 5G and shit.
So it's like an extra 10 or 20. Because I had a tablet that we got it for free, and it was like $10 a month to keep it on our line, but we could use it on 4G and stuff. Never used the thing. It took me forever to get it actually removed because I actually had to call in to remove a line.
Yeah, have it removed from the line.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure those smartwatches, the ones that can connect to 4G, they're the same way. They're like an extra $10 or $20 a month. But
crazy.
I mean, if you're gonna use it, what's $10 a month, right? Well, that is kind of expensive.
It's crazy, dude. Have you seen those phones that are like they flip open into like a tablet now that they're coming out with?
That shit's awesome.
What's that? Samsung Galaxy Fold or Z Fold or something?
Yeah.
There's one that like folds like a book. Or not a book, like a old razor, and there's one that opens like a tablet, like what I mean, like into a tablet.
I feel like that's such
the one that opens like a razor looks so weird because it's just like a huge rectangle, like skinnier rectangle.
I feel like when I'm looking for a phone, I wouldn't look at that and say that's what I want. I need a phone that folds. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
I think I would get the tablet one if anything, because I think that would be the more practical one.
Exactly.
Then you could like fold it open and then you can just watch YouTube on a big ass tablet or whatever.
That's exactly what I
But like the Samsung Z Fold, that just kind of like makes it smaller. Like why? I mean, I guess I get, the whole like the phones are getting big now. So, they're taking up a lot of space.
Well, it's like they were huge and then they got small and then they got bigger again and now they're going back to tiny or whatever.
Because they can't think of anything different.
Yeah, it's going to be weird to see what like the next innovation is for cell phones. At this point, because I feel like
I don't even know.
Because you have like now the curved screens with the S9 and shit, S8 and 9.
Well, now we're on 5G.
5G.
Pushing into 5G.
I mean, yeah.
And what's with the cameras?
I mean, as far as like the actual phones themselves. Yeah, I guess
the
cameras.
But they're always getting with the cameras.
Filming in 4K and 8K, I guess. But
what's the Samsung's newest one? Isn't it like 108 times? optical
It's
zoom.
like 100 and yeah.
That can't be optical.
It's like
zoom.
100 and some megapixels.
Optical zoom is not like that's like a legit zoom, isn't it? Like it's not like a digital zoom where it's kind of just like pixelating it.
I think so. Yeah, because it has like you can see like it has like the little bubble on the outside of it. The extra camera there. So ugly. I don't know. I don't like the iPhones.
Yeah, I'm not.
I just don't like iPhones.
I've never been an iPhone fan, and I
don't like Apple really.
Yeah, I respect them. I think we talked about this. I feel like we have
probably. Yeah,
I respect them for what they are. I think they're good products, but I don't think they're right for me. I'm not into the whole loyalty brand kind of brand loyalty kind of thing.
Anything you want anything extra, you gotta buy through us.
Yeah. What's up with them not having chargers in their phones anymore?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Like, you buy in the phone and that's it.
Their reasoning is that there's like so many of them out right now, but then whenever you're reading like the warranty information and stuff, it always says always use the pre-included charger, never use a third-party device. So it's like, we're not going to give you this, but you really should buy the one from us because we told you to. Like, it's messed up.
I mean, not to go back. I don't mean to go back because I forgot. No. This kind of brings up what I wanted to talk about earlier. Something I forgot to mention about the PS5, really. The external SSD, the external hard drives we have that we use on PS4, you can use them on PS5, but you can't put PS5 games on them yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They said that they are planning to change that. Hopefully.
So could you run your PS4 games off of them?
Yes. Okay. They said put all your PS4 games you want to play on that external hard drive.
Okay.
That way you can have the room on your actual console for the PS5.
That's cool.
Game.
Okay.
But they said in the future they are going to have an update or something that way you can store them.
So it is planned because I remember reading about that. They weren't.
That kind of like I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was a little yikes. I mean, 850 gig console. I mean, PlayStation 4 is what 7 years old now. I mean that 500 gig base does nothing. I mean, you're only upgrading at 300 something.
Yeah, it definitely made me happy to see that they plan on changing that. Yeah, because once they change that, I'm probably not going to really have too many PS4 games on that shit. This is going to be a PS5 eventually.
Yeah, especially
but they do have USB spots on the back of the console, from what I've seen, so that's nice.
Did they say how many?
2, I think.
2.
There's one
on the back, and then there's 2 on the front. I think one on the front.
Oh, like 2 total.
I mean, I'm cool with no. I think on the back, just on the back, I think there's 2.
Okay, because I feel like with the PlayStation 4, I mean, there's only 2 USB slots. So, I mean, if you have 2 controllers, I feel like I always have one controller charging at all times.
Yeah, I hate having my external hard drive plugged into the front
if you have an external hard drive, then, there's your 2 slots. And I don't have it anymore, but I had placed the official, like, PlayStation 4 headset, and it was a USB one. It was wireless. It was awesome. But I realized when I had something charging, and then when I wanted to plug, like, the headset in, I couldn't plug a hard drive in if I wanted to. I mean, I didn't need it at the time, but I would have been, if my controllers were dead, I'd be screwed. Other than plugging into a phone charger, I guess. But
I was gonna say.
I guess I could do that.
That's how I charge my controller. I just plug it in my phone.
Oh, you do?
Like every time. What do you?
I don't know. Like I always just use that because I don't have one of those chargers laying around anymore, like the regular USBs.
That's like just chilling over there for that. So like it's perfect.
Okay, so you have a dedicated charger for that.
It's perfect.
That'll be the cool thing about PS5 too, is it's the C port on the controllers now.
Yeah,
I've noticed a lot of the inputs on things are becoming the C ports now too. Like they're both the C, which would be really cool.
My computer has one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool.
I have it plugged in. I have the interface plugged into the the Samsung thing, the USB to C port that comes in the box with your phone. I have the interface plugged into my computer because I only have 2 USB slots on this thing, and one of them's using a hard drive and one of them's using the webcam. So the interface is always plugged in through the Type C port through a USB converter. But it fucking works.
Hey,
You know?
I see. I don't know. I always just use that because I don't have one of those chargers laying around anymore, like the regular USBs.
Like it's, but like it fucking works. Dude.
Hey, Yeah, I remember
I'm really excited.
The S8
go
came
ahead,
with all
Evan.
those. I kept
I want to show you guys this. Look at this. Fucking Apple wheels.
What?
What?
$6.99.
Wheels?
Wheels.
Apple Mac Pro wheels kit?
For what?
For your laptop.
What?
$700.
Your laptop.
Wheels on your laptop?
What?
So just so you can roll your laptop around? $700?
What? Okay.
Do they move by themselves?
Nope.
Are they? Yeah. Can you control them with your iPhone
With your
11?
Jesus Christ!
They're just wheels.
They're setting the bar for
But for
low
what?
now.
For your laptop.
For what?
Put them on the bottom. Make them so
you just want to roll your laptop around.
Roll around.
You know, I've always thought, you know, I wish I could just push my laptop across the room for no reason.
Yeah, me too.
Now you can.
$700, you can. It's ridiculous.
I am really excited to get my hands on the actual PS5 controller, though. I've been hearing amazing things about like the haptic feedback. And everything.
Those triggers.
I want to know how those triggers feel. That's how it is. Because I know the difference.
Apparently,
between...
it feels really nice too. Like it fits your hand perfectly. It's perfect size.
I like the PlayStation 4s. Like when I like those. I actually really like the Xbox One's back triggers. To be honest, I like the way they feel a lot better than the PlayStation 4s. So
I always liked Xbox's controllers.
I have big hands, so I mean, they're not big, but I got long fingers, so Xbox does fit my hands better just because the controller's bigger. But I don't know. I like I don't know. I like the sticks being in the same spot. I always thought like Xbox and Nintendo, they all had they were off centered. I don't get that. Like I don't get what the purpose of that is. Maybe I don't know. I don't get it.
I think I prefer that, to be honest with you. Even being PlayStation for the last 7 years, I prefer the layout of a Xbox controller for like shooters and stuff like that. Just because like that to me, I remember just playing Halo. It always felt so smooth. It always felt so natural. You know what I mean? But like I got used to this. This is what I know now. When I first got a PS4, I was
this little tiny controller for ants.
And then
I'm gonna buy a PS5.
Like,
the Switch is my god. When I play the Switch Lite, like I play when I'm eating my lunch, and it is so hard to play with one hand because it's so freaking like square.
Oh yeah.
But I can do it, especially with like the Pokemon games. You can do L as A, so you can play it with one hand, but it's a pain.
Yeah, if you actually had the original one, you would be able to take one of the
you can just take off the
nunchucks off, and you could just play it with one of the nunchucks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing if they make any like customizable like shit for like next gen consoles like PS5. Like if you can change they said you can remove like the controllers like plates on it. Apparently,
okay.
Like the white and shit, you're able to remove that. So I'm wondering if they're gonna have like
skin
shit you can buy. Yeah, like customized.
Definitely.
Yeah, if they learned anything from like the Call of Duty
itself.
games, camos sell.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fortnite skins and shit. Like people buy skins for virtual stuff.
I'd buy a skin for my console. I would if they had some cool PS5 shit.
Exactly.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I just want back pedals. I wish they would. I know they come, like some of them come with them, but I always thought like there could be buttons back there. I think I said this before, but something from these fingers to do. Well, like they're just sitting there, like
if you get,
wishing
like,
they could do
controllers, the ones that cost like $200, they do have like the back pedals.
Yeah, but $200
controllers.
Yeah,
can you
There's like pro controllers?
I've never done this. Can you remap the buttons on your PlayStation 4 controller, like permanently?
Oh.
Like if you wanted to switch like the square and the X button, can you do that? Because that'd be cool.
I don't know.
$199. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
It's normally $241. The fucking Scuff Infinity PS4 controller.
Oh, Scuff's
is normally $241. But it's got the back bumpers and everything.
I feel like PlayStation makes them now. Like they make their own.
Do they?
I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, Xbox does, but I don't know if.
Oh, maybe it was Xbox. Okay.
Xbox makes their per controller.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Which is like super nice.
Yeah, I know Leather has one.
Leather grips.
Showed it to me.
Oh, $179 for that one.
I remember hearing about with the grips. That's what Scuff was originally about, right? Like before the back pedals became a thing. Like it was about the grip.
Yeah. Xbox was like, we're gonna make a first party one, and it's gonna be better than all them things. That thing is so nice.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Like why are people making money with better controllers when we can be making that money? That could be our money.
That should be our money.
It should be our money. It's gonna be our money. We're gonna make our own better controllers.
It's like with PC and stuff, how you can mod things, but like switches. People used to mod not switches. It was DSs. But like the only way to mod a DS, you actually had to like send it in somewhere for someone to physically open it up, because there's some like these companies, they don't want people to mess with their stuff. Like look at your phones. Do you know how hard I watched a video the other day on the I think it was the iPhone 11 where like getting the battery out, this person had to heat it up to like 180 degrees just to pull the back panel off. And then he bought 2 new iPhones. He switched the I think it was a motherboard. I forget what it was. Or maybe it was just the battery. He switched them and the phone wouldn't work. Like the camera wouldn't work. Like it knew everything is paired now, that it knew that it had like a non-original, and it was the same. It was an Apple product. It was the same exact thing from another phone. And then he switched them back and they worked fine.
What the hell?
That's crazy. Like
it's just sort of all the parts are paired together somehow.
Killing off the third-party market. Like that's wild.
That's crazy. I had a buddy I used to work with that like customized his Switch, like the whole casing for like the chucks, and stuff. He like tore them apart and like bought a new casing, and he had to take everything inside the controllers and swap them to the new like.
See, if he wanted to do that with like the iPhone, it wouldn't work. I mean, I know he probably wouldn't, but
I was like, "You crazy? I would never do that with my consoles, like that shit. Like take them fully apart."
Have you seen? I've seen videos of
because it was a clear one, so you could see through the chucks.
Oh, okay, like the old Game Boys.
Yeah, like the old Game Boy or like the old PlayStation controllers.
I remember those. I've seen like where people took apart like old N64s and put them into like a desk. Like where you could just like stick the cartridge like right in it, and like all like the hardware pieces were in the desk, so like it was still a console. Yeah, I forget what that was exactly, but yeah, it was cool.
That's crazy.
I
like seeing that kind of shit, because there's people that have like towers built with like a PS4 and Xbox in one type shit.
You know what I think
they have like 2 disc things. You just put like a PS4 in one or an Xbox game in the other.
I think they did that with the console, but then they also did it with the controller and had like the old school style arcade buttons. So that way it was like playing an arcade game. I think that's what it was. I forget where I saw that. But that's wild, man. People do. Just like you, I'd screw something up. It wouldn't be worth it.
That's what I'm saying. I hated working on my car when I was working on cars. I hated working on my own car because I was like, I'm gonna fuck something up, and then it's all on me. It's all. I fuck something up.
You can't go back and complain to their manager about it.
Yeah. Except when you're working on like a console, it's like I avoided the warranty. Now I gotta shell out how many bones just to buy a new one because I fucked it up.
Send it in and hope they don't see the chipped paint on the screws. Because they do that. You take a screw off and they know. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
It sets off like a red flag.
Like, I remember...
A siren.
There was something about... Because I remember back when you had like the flip phones, I remember I got like it got water on my phone. I think I got pushed in the pool or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember taking the phone in, and he's like, "Yeah, voids the warranty." And I was like, "Well, how can you tell?" And he like looked at the battery, and there's a strip on the battery that when it got wet, it turns red or some shit. And I was like, "Oh, what?"
I know I'm ripping on Apple a lot here.
You got caught red-handed.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh."
I was like, "Oh shit!"
I was watching
they
a
had
video.
like the new battery and shit out for me. Like, here you go. And like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there was this video of this like guy that took a MacBook to the Apple store where like they would go and repair it, and pretty much all he did was, I think he just messed with the tape that says that it was water damaged, and they pretty much told him he needed to buy a whole new computer. Like they were flat out just like I'm not trying to completely rip on Apple, but they do kind of shitty things. So, you know,
Apple's the devil.
But Steve Jobs wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
Actually, he might.
This might have been all his idea.
This might be his legacy. So he puts on a hell of a presentation, though.
In his jeans and black turtleneck.
He gets pissed off when things don't work, and I love it. It's fucking great. Whenever you see that shit, man. I watched old Steve Jobs like shit like that, just like compilations of him like of things not working on stage, and he's just like making wise remarks like someone's get fired.
I've never seen
behind
those.
Like, oh, look it up on YouTube.
I've seen one or two. Yeah. I remember, like, when I think of something like that, I think of the Tesla truck that just happened this past like year or so, where they're like unbreakable windows and something, and then like they threw a brick at it and it just like put a hole through the.
Like, oh,
oops,
shit.
Someone's getting fired.
Like, oh, you wanted us to actually put those windows in this model. Like this wasn't just a show model.
That's like worst case scenario.
Oh my gosh. That would be so embarrassing.
Could you imagine?
Worst case, like being at like E3 or something, and just like your shit's just not working. It's just like, oh.
There's videos of that shit.
Just
man.
like
shit funding's gonna get pulled.
PlayStation 5 to a YouTuber, don't turn on.
Yeah, and like I remember they had like problems with the Kinect shit when they were introducing that Kinect stuff for Xbox back in the day.
Sony and Xbox, or Sony and Microsoft, they wasted so much energy towards those things.
Like PSVR.
They were just trying to like mimic the Wii, like how successful the Wii was, and it's like
shit.
The Wii was successful because it was a Nintendo. Like, you know,
it was like,
and it was part of the console.
Easy for everybody.
Yeah,
it was easy for everybody to pick up.
Like that was the heart of the console. You don't buy an Xbox to play, VR, or not VR, but at that time it was just motion controls. You buy an Xbox to
the problem
shoot
was
people.
you only had like a handful of games that were even compatible with it. So you're buying a $200 or $150 add-on just to play 1 or 2 games or 3 games.
I'm pretty sure a Dragon Ball game was compatible with it.
Oh shit!
Could you imagine that? Imagine having like your window open, you're just standing there going like. Yeah, exactly. Your neighbor's like,
they're just,
this guy okay?
But I know if you shell out like 500 bones for like those Oculus, like the actual Steam ones or whatever, that shit's like really nice. They're used in one of those.
That's owned by Facebook now, I think.
Something like that. I don't know. They look interesting when I watch like those crazy videos on YouTube of like those people in like the web chats, like the chat rooms with VR and shit, and they're like different characters. It's ridiculous.
It's so wild.
It is so wild. Like it makes me want to get one just to like for like the squad to like do that kind of shit.
Right.
Like just doing random stuff in
we do the podcast in VR.
Like pull like they have like guns and grenades and stuff. They're just fucking with each other. It's super cool. It's just like I don't know. Like the interest is there somewhat, but I don't think it's like I don't know.
It's not huge yet.
Yeah.
It's not huge. Yeah, they haven't perfected it to a T.
A big thing's got to be price point. I mean, not everyone is going to shell out, even $200. You know, most people aren't gonna. I mean, look, we were just talking about smartwatches. I mean, smartwatches are down like $100, but people still don't. It's not something everyone has to have. I mean, if VR was like $100, I think a lot of people would get it. But it's not.
I think so too. I mean, I probably would. If it was like 100 bones.
Yeah, but it's just not. You know, it's cool. You know, like Alex has it. Like I'd use his, but
yeah, I think he got that with his phone that he bought too.
Yeah, but like
but I mean, that's just the thing. I wouldn't shell out that much money for something I'm on a gimmick. You don't even know how many games are going to be compatible, or like. Yeah, that's the biggest issue for me.
Like it'll be cool.
I want something like Ready Player One.
Yeah,
that shit's amazing. We're far away from that.
See, like the what I was saying with like the Steam one or like the Google one they have out, like at least that's connected to Steam and the internet, where it's just constant, just new shit always, like all the time, like new games, indie games that are being made for VR. But like if it's console based, you're very limited.
Even one platform will have some type of motion game that you can't get because you're on this platform.
Exactly,
like something like that. When Steam gets them both, like gets them anyway.
Greedy sons of bitches.
All these companies, man.
What it comes down to.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. Crazy shit. We talk about a lot of tech.
Yeah, anyway. I kind of figured with that PlayStation news coming out like 20 minutes before we wanted to record, it was like, all right.
I know,
big tech guys over here on the podcast.
Bunch of hacker mans.
Hacker mans.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. Hopefully I can scoop one here soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can get one. I mean, this is going to be the first year I want to have one at launch. Like, not at launch, but near launch. I mean, at least by the beginning of next year, tax return time, that kind of thing.
I was
definitely try to scoop one soon.
Yeah, I was on Twitter, and like a lot of people were posting ones that like Sony shipped to them without even like them buying it. Really,
nice.
Like a lot of like YouTubers and shit.
Oh, okay.
Like they were like they get it like it comes in a glass case. Like it's a glass case with the box inside of it, and on the glass it's engraved with their name and like what they do and stuff, and it says thank you for being like a supporter.
Dang.
And all this. They sent one to a dude that was first in line to buy the PS4. He was first in line to buy the PS4 Pro. And then they just shipped them the PS5 and
it's like, thank you for being such a loyal customer. Got you.
As they're saying, they're like, thank you for waiting in line, it said, or whatever, and thank you for being a loyal customer, for being there at the PS4 Pro launch. And it just comes in this cool ass glass box.
Dang.
That's pretty decent of Sony.
That's crazy.
But I mean, I want my hands on it. I keep seeing pictures of the PS5, bro, and I'm like, I want it. I want that It looks so slick.
I'm hoping by the time I get one, which I mean is maybe like a couple months down the road, there's at least like a cool bundle, some game that I can get with it that,
maybe like a special edition console that looks cool.
That's I love my Destiny one. Like there's nothing about it. I just like that ice white. Like it just looks cool. But the PlayStation 5 is already ice white, so it's like
maybe
I need the black one.
I was hoping they would like release like a black
4.
one or something.
But yeah, I
like it though. I like how Sony kind of went back to the drawing board on this one. They like redesigned everything, redesigned the DualShock controllers and shit.
Do you know what I'm glad about? I'm glad they didn't try to get fancy with the name. I'm glad they're just like, you know what? It's the 5th PlayStation. We're just gonna keep rolling, guys.
PS5.
Like Microsoft has a thing with names. Like look at Windows. They had Windows. I get like 98. I got XP.
98.
I guess
Vista.
Yeah, and then they're like 7. Okay, it's our 7th Windows. Cool. And then they went to 8. All right. And then they went to 10. I'm like, why?
You missed one here.
Why'd you go to 10? Did you know 9 was that like big of a screw up? So you just went to 10.
Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Oh, yeah.
Xbox Series X, Series S, Series whatever.
How are you going to have the Xbox, and then the Xbox 360, and then the Xbox One? This is your third Xbox. Why are you going to call it the Xbox One? I think
it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't sound as well if they would have did like Xbox 2 or Xbox 3 or something. Yeah, I mean, it's not like PS5.
Cool. Like, where did the 360 even come from? Like, it was still a cube. It wasn't like a circle.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't a. They should have made it like what was the Drake and Josh gaming console, the Okami Sphere or whatever.
The Game Sphere.
The Game Sphere or whatever.
That's from South Park.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They should have called the new one like the Xbox one on Drake Cube. And Josh, too.
The Cube,
that
GameCube,
because it looks like a big old square.
The big fridge, the Xbox fridge,
the Xbox Kenmore edition. Now it's Sears, the new Xbox. I think it's crazy how Sears is like completely dead.
Yeah.
Sears, Kmart, they were the titans of our parents' day. And like I remember them just as distant memories. Like I've been in a Kmart.
Yeah, I know the one like that was in the mall isn't even like a store. All it is, they only sell like fridges and like appliances now. They don't sell like anything else other than appliances and tools.
Don't they have like a contract with some tool manufacturer?
Yeah, I think so. Like Craftsman or some shit.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about Kmart, and it's so odd, and everything about Kmart like had something Dragon Ball related that I wanted. They had the action figures, and they also had this like, no, maybe it was Pokemon, I forget, but they had a card set. They had like a big old box of like 20 packs, and they were all like different. So like they had like a base set, and then like some of the gym ones, and then it was cool. I remember getting one, and yeah, they had a couple Dragon Ball packs thrown in there. Now that I think about it,
I remember even as a kid being at Kmart, I always felt like this store just doesn't do it for me. Like this is just like this is a cheap store.
Something's not right here.
This ain't Something's Walmart. Not right with the store.
Where's the groceries?
I've been to like Walmart. Even I like Circuit City better than Kmart.
Dude, I love going into tech stores. Like Best Buy.
Yeah, I used to like Circuit City. I loved Circuit City back in the day.
And what? Circuit City was... What is that now? An Ollie's?
I think
it was another tech store.
It used to be an H.H. Gregg. And they would sell like TVs and appliances and shit.
So they were like a Circuit City, and they also failed.
Kind of. Circuit City had like...
It
was pretty much media and everything too. Like they would sell like cameras, TVs, CDs, movies.
Man, yeah, I love going into Best Buy. I can't get anything, but I like going into it and looking.
I love Best Buy. Like that's usually where I buy most of my tech shit now.
That's how I got my PS4. I didn't plan on getting it that day. Me and Brittany went into Best Buy, and I was like, I should get this, and she's like, yeah, and I'm like, all right. I walked out with it.
Yeah, all right. It seems like they're always having good deals, and like they have pretty decent warranties on their shit.
Yeah, the Geek Squad whole thing too is nice. I mean, just to be able to take your stuff back and say, hey, can you fix this? Because I can't.
Like, yeah, leave it here for like a week. We got you.
Then they find your emails. Man. I think you know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's fake news.
Yeah. That's a little too much Q for me.
Fake news.
But yeah. So I had an off-the-wall question for you guys that I wanted to ask you.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, no one else is here to participate, so it's probably not going to be nearly as interesting. So I preface this in our group chat. It's a little medical. So if there's something you don't want to share, that's fine. But, all right. So just for some backstory, my mouth has been dry for like a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Like my tongue feels like it was like cut up, like it was burnt, but I didn't burn it on anything. There's something I think I might know what it is, but I'm not going to say it on here. But anyway, have you ever looked up something, like, or have you had something that it was wrong with you? You looked it up, and you're looking at what it's saying that it could be, and you're like, there's absolutely no way this is it. So I looked up a dry mouth or whatever it was. Right away, diabetes was one, HIV was one, and there's no, like, subtle things here, you know, like, oh, maybe you took some recreational drugs or smoked a cigarette. No, it's like HIV was like, and diabetes was like the biggest one. Like if you have a dry mouth, and I'm like, yeah, I think I just
for that.
Yeah, I'm like, I just wanted to know what was wrong with my tongue. Like, I just can't. It's like I burnt my tongue, but I didn't actually burn it. Like, I don't think I have diabetes. I just wanted to know, like, is this? But yeah, have you guys ever looked up anything that was
that's
like?
How it is, man. I remember whenever I was used to have, before I figured out I was having issues with like acid reflux and stuff.
Okay.
Whenever I would look up, like, if I was having like pain in like my abdomen or whatever, it would be like you might have like liver cancer or like some shit like that, or is like just outrageous stuff whenever, and then the very last thing you see is like, oh, it could be acid reflux disease, but it's like all these other things that are like way worse, or like they were saying like it could be like like an infection, like a tract infection, or like an STD or something. And I was like, it was definitely not one of those.
Oh my god! I'm doing that.
Or like on the total opposite end, it'll be like, it's stress. Like,
yeah,
everything I look up, one of the symptoms or one of the causes is stress. And I feel like that's one of those things, like, yeah, stress can cause a lot of things.
That's literally like if you look up anything, that's one of the things that could like be a factor.
It's like just something to make people feel better about what's going on about themselves.
Like, oh, I have been stressing lately.
I have been stressed.
Not worry about
the stress in my life is causing my tongue to not be able to taste things right now. Yes, that makes sense.
Because I had to stop myself from doing that, because I was one of those dudes that was like, if I'm not feeling well and I just look up a symptom or whatever, that's whenever I see some ridiculous shit and I'm like, nope. I know it's not that.
I have kind of another one, and you guys probably have seen. I may have talked about it too, but like I have a couple cysts on my arm. Like they're just like, I can actually show you. Like it's pretty noticeable. Like you can see them. I have two. It's where the kids would like lay their heads when I'd put them to sleep. I got another one. Yeah. Like this one's actually the worst one. Right
wow,
here.
Dude.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Holy hell, that's crazy.
But anyway,
that's like huge.
I know it's bad. It's big. But I went to the doctors and talked about it, like, because of course, like you think like cancer, like oh shit,
or tumor
like,
or some shit,
and that's what happens when you look it up. But yeah, I went to the doctor and they're like, it's just fat buildup. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's just like so.
Shit, man.
When the kids would sleep, and it's funny because like I wondered where these came from, like why right there. First off, like my wrist, like when I'm at the computer, like that's where, like the computer desk is pushed up against my arm there. And then it but then Gracie and Olivia, I put them to sleep every night, and Gracie now we're past that, but their heads would lay right there where that big one was, and they just lay there for like half hour every single night. So
that's like most people now.
And
if you look at like the inside of your pinky, it's always indented from holding your phone.
Oh, wow.
Like, look at your pinky. Like, it's always from holding your phone. Like, most people have an indent on your pinky. Like, mine does.
Wait, can you guys see that?
Yeah, I can see a bow.
I don't know. I'm trying to show.
I'm saying most people have like a little indent on there, just a small one where you hold your phone.
Huh? Weird.
Damn.
Yeah, mine does. Has a little indent.
The aliens, when they find us, they're going to be examining our bodies, and they're going to be like, why are all their pinkies bent?
In like 1,000 years, people's pinkies are going to be like arched.
There's just going to be like
they're going to evolve. That's going to be part of evolution, where your pinky's just going to be like
built-in food. Oh my god! But yeah,
I can see it though.
I should probably get these removed though.
I feel you though, because I remember back when I was working at working on cars and shit. I would have like knee issues and leg pain from just like getting down on my knees to put like lift arms underneath cars. And like I would just look up like what I could do to relieve it or what it could be, because like even when I wasn't working, it would feel like kind of like a shooting pain down my legs, and it would be like what you're saying is like diabetes, and then that links to like blood clots, which like a lot of people blood whenever they have diabetes and blood clots, that's how people like get their legs cut off and shit.
Yeah,
like,
blood clot that can shoot up to your lungs or your heart too.
Yeah, so like that's the first couple things I would see is like blood clots or diabetes or something. And it's like
okay, my knees are just sore from working all day.
Yeah, it's just like nerve damage from like being on concrete and shit.
Yeah, apparently you can get these removed very easily, but that involves a needle and a knife, and I don't want to deal with that. So,
do it, and it's cheaper.
They actually don't bother me that much unless like actually when we went golfing and I didn't stretch or anything, so my arms were super sore for like the next 2 or 3 days, and like, when I would move them, I really felt it there. But I mean, like if you smack them or something, it's gonna hurt, but it would hurt anywhere on your body.
That looks like a golf ball in your arm.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty bad.
That's crazy,
man.
You're like, it looks like maybe you could see it, and it's like a big ass ball on your arm. Like I don't know, it's a little like maybe you could see it, like a huge goonie on your arm.
Yeah, that one. Like that one protrudes a lot. Yeah, I should probably get that removed, but. Apparently my mom gets them too, so like she's had a couple. Yeah, I guess it's genetic. I don't know, but yeah, like you look something like that up, and like right away it's like, oh, you could have arm cancer or something.
Damn internet.
But
it makes what's it called? I don't know, where you're like afraid of everything, or like you look up a ton of shit all the time.
Yeah, you can't.
Hypochondriac.
It's like Vernon, you probably get this with kids. Anytime there's something wrong with a kid, you're like, gotta look it up. And then it's worst case scenario. And you're like, yeah, I don't think it's that. Like,
well, nowadays, it's like if you got a cough or you're feeling sick, it's like Rona.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I get a cough, like my allergies act up with this weather changing. And I'm like, oh, do I have a COVID-19 over here? Nope. Just allergies, like I always do.
To be honest, I went and got tested today.
Oh.
Because yesterday, one of the chicks that works with Annette tested positive.
Oh.
And then they were like, they made Annette go get tested. I went and got tested.
All right, you were around us on Sunday. Awesome.
That's what I'm telling you now. Like I don't know. I've been okay. I've been feeling all right. Annette's been feeling fine.
Or could you be asymptomatic?
I was in the golf cart.
Oh yeah, you guys shared a golf cart. That sucks.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna give it to Cody and he's going back to base? Oh man.
I've been feeling, I mean, we'll see. But like it was like I went to CVS. They have like a drive-through shit. Like I had to make an appointment and you go through, and I had to do it myself, which was really uncomfortable.
Oh, you have to like stick the swab up your nose.
I had to do it all myself. She explained it to me. I had to roll up my window. And you just have to stick that Q-tip shit, like, it has to be like an inch up your nose, bro. Oh. So that shit's like past the bone. And you're like swabbing, do both of them, and you stick it in the vial, close it up, put it in a bag.
Oh, man.
Give it back.
I think I'd rather get a shot.
I don't know. They said it's going to be like 2 to 3 days until I figure out what's going on. But I mean, it's just precautionary. Like, it's someone that, like, she doesn't really work closely with. It's just somebody in her office. So it's like,
yeah, I
think we'll be all right.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
I mean, that's like not really exciting news, but something interesting.
It's kind of exciting. I mean, not exciting. It might be a bad way.
It was weird, that's for sure, because like it's such a weird feeling to have something that deep up in your brain and your nose.
Oh, I hate that feeling
because it made me want to sneeze. It made my eyes water.
That's how they test you for the flu too.
The whole time.
I hate it.
See, I never had that either. I never had like the test for the flu like that.
It was like 2 years ago. Olivia, she wasn't even 1 yet. She had the flu, and they tested me too because I was sick. And it's like, yeah, they just jam it right up into your brain.
Jam it straight up your nose. It's weird, dude.
Yeah.
But, I mean, apparently they got a vaccine on the way.
Yeah. From
what I've seen in the news, it's like over 90% effective.
So it's just like with the consoles. I like how I don't want to be the guinea pig. How do you guys feel about that? Are you going to get it if it's released.
I don't know if we're gonna be even available to get it at first, to be honest. I don't know if like it's gonna be available for the general public. I feel like it's gonna be like for the people that need it, like all the people in the hospitals and the ICUs and everything now.
Those at risk.
Before they put it out to the general public.
I'd like to say,
I don't know. I thought about that too, is like, I don't know.
I mean, it's made by Pfizer, and I don't want to sound like I'm all for big pharma or stuff, but I would trust Pfizer over some no-name,
when
company.
I made my appointment for CVS for my COVID testing, they had an option. They asked if there is an experimental vaccine or something like that, are you interested in trying it out, such and such? And I did not check the box because I was like, no, I'm good. I don't know what you're going to be testing in my body or whatever. I'm good on that. But I mean, I think I would wait, to be honest, because I work from home. It's not like I'm going out all the time. So I think I'll be okay as far as the vaccine goes. But I don't know, man. It seems like shit is getting worse.
It is getting worse.
Texas, I saw today, has reached like the max, like the highest COVID cases out of any state. They reached over 1 million or something. It's wild. And they just keep growing. Apparently a couple states have like had a record number of deaths now in a day. Like it's just keep getting worse. Apparently President-elect Joe Biden, his team, his COVID team, are saying that they suggest another lockdown for like 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, yeah, like that's what everyone else in the world is doing. I mean,
yeah, I saw that today, that his team is like suggesting like they need to shut this shit down again for 4 to 6 weeks. Be serious
now than it was when we locked down.
I don't get
exactly. It's worse than it was in March or April.
I just don't get why everyone was in such a rush to reopen. Like I get people's sentiments. They don't want to be locked down forever, but if we stay locked down till this is fixed, then it won't be forever, because now we're going to have to do it again, and it's going to be worse. Like,
yeah.
I mean, because cases are way worse than they were before. I mean, it might be longer than the initial one would have been.
Yeah.
If they get it implemented.
Like Laverne said, it's worse now than it was back then, and we're not even in lockdown. Everything's pretty much open right now.
Yeah, really.
So that's why people going to the beach, people having parties.
They might as well just do that. It's winter over here in the United States. Let's just shut it down for the winter.
You see that Notre Dame and Clemson, whenever Notre Dame beat Clemson, the whole stadium stormed the field.
No, I didn't see it.
The whole field was just covered with people packed together. And it's
super spreader.
Yeah, and then you got what's his name having super spreader events out there. I don't know, man. It's looking.
It's going to be a dark
Everybody was
winter.
hoping shit would have been somewhat under control before the winter, because it's going to get worse this winter.
Flu season. It's already bad enough.
Yeah. So who knows, man? I think they should lock it down now again. That way, maybe by the end of lockdown, maybe they'll be close to putting that vaccine out,
Yeah, I mean, let's think about it here. I mean, most restaurants and businesses, I mean, I guess it sounds terrible, but, it's like their worst seasons are usually the winter time anyway. Yeah, like
I know what you're saying. It's the best. It's probably the best.
This is probably the best time. I mean, I know they don't want to shut down before Christmas because, money, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, to be honest, because if you lock down over the winter instead of summer, that people are going to want to stay home anyway because it's the fucking winter. Nobody wants
winter's
to go
depressing
out
as hell anyway. Let's just stay home.
Yeah, people are more inclined to stay home in the winter anyway.
Paid, you got to
lock down over summer, and people out there bitching like, I want to go to the beach. I want to go on vacation. I want to do what I normally do. Don't make me wear this
I'm going
mask.
to go to grandma's house. Go open Christmas presents. Spread it to grandma. That's what's going to happen now this year. My grandma already said we're not doing Thanksgiving. She's like, I'm probably going to my mom's, but immediate family, I'm not too. I mean,
yeah, I've been very iffy on it, especially like my brothers and their kids. His kids been going to school and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot of people. A lot of kids, a lot of people. It's weird.
Yeah,
strange time.
I feel like Christmas, we are just staying home. We did that last year just based off of, we just didn't want to go anywhere because Gracie was, I think she was 1. Yeah, she was just about to turn 1. So we were like, no, we're not going anywhere. We don't want to, do the whole take kids everywhere thing. And this year, we're going to do that again, but have another excuse for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. It's such a crazy time, man. It seemed like
wild.
There was a period for like a month or so where it was like nobody even talked about COVID. And like it was just like in the back of everybody's mind
it
for
was
like a month or two.
It was just getting ready
now
for...
it's like, I wonder why, like, now it's like, now that the election's passed pretty much.
We
almost,
let COVID transform into its
COVID's
final
a real
form.
thing still, and it's worse than ever.
COVID is Frieza powering up on Namek, and we're Goku watching him. You're like, yeah, let's see what it can do.
All right. We're America. We can beat anything.
Anyway.
We're the strongest. Meanwhile,
we think we're Goku, but we're all Yamcha.
Meanwhile, like Australia and like England and like a couple other places are locked down right now. Like they're in lockdown. I mean, New Zealand, I don't think they don't have any cases anymore. As like,
no, New Zealand knows what's up. I mean, they also
got rid of that
island.
shit, and they're like, nope, nobody else coming here. Just let us be.
No COVID here.
We're fine. No COVID here. We're fine.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think anyone wants to go back to being locked down or anything, but I mean,
no, but I mean, if it's the best for the future and best for like the economy.
Yeah, I mean, now we have a vaccine. Like, we're actually making progress on it now. At least there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, not that the vaccine's going to fix it, but it's going to be like the flu where it's manageable. We can control how many cases there are every year. And I mean, the flu vaccine I heard is only like 30 to 40% effective most years anyway.
Really?
Yeah, it's something like that. Like, that's why I think I don't think it was Fauci, it was some other doctor. They said if they had a COVID vaccine that was 60% effective, they'd be ecstatic. So this thing, they're saying it could be 90% effective. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I mean,
if they can get a COVID vaccine that's 90% effective, why don't they have a flu vaccine that's at least 90% effective?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just because they don't want people's immune systems to like be coddled.
Maybe it's, I don't know.
Little dirt and grime and mold and stuff is good for your immune system in the long run.
Little COVID's good for you.
10%
COVID's
put some
good.
hair on your chest.
I'm good. I don't need any more. I'll take the vaccine.
Yeah, I'll take that. Let me know in the second the vaccine 2.0 comes out.
Yeah, can I get the vaccine with the day 1 patch? I don't want the release one. I want the one without whales floating in the sky. Freaking Cody playing Valhalla.
Yeah.
That pretty much confirmed I'm not buying that shit until I get a PS5. I was on the fence until I saw that shit.
You were like, I don't know, I want it so bad, but I want to wait. Then Cody shares a video of a freaking whale floating in the sky.
No, I'm good. I saw a video today of like the loading times on PS5, and like they fast traveled in Miles Morales, the new Spider-Man game, and it took 2 seconds, bro. They clicked fast travel, it went to a black screen, and then just loaded right back up.
Damn.
And then he's just coming out of the subway, start swinging again.
That's what I want.
There's like no load times on that shit. And apparently it's super quiet.
The PlayStation 4's was, the loading times on that were very long. Most games that I play, I mean, longer than I would expect anyway. Like when we played Blessed the other night, there were a few times where I was loading for a while. Now I don't know if that's just the game not optimized for PlayStation, but there were a lot of times I don't remember
too much.
I really like.
I do know that like God of War had some crazy loading times when I played it. RE7 it has some decent amount of loading in the beginning, but once you're actually loaded into the game, there really isn't loading screens once you're in the actual game.
I get nice. Open world games, you know, having a lot to load in, and I know like a lot of it loads as you approach it, but I get those being, you know, like GTA. Oh my God, remember GTA loading screens?
Oh, yeah, you're sitting there for 10,
you get
like
kicked
5,
in out
minutes.
of the lobby, and it's like you might as well just go get a snack or something because, and then you got to go back to the lobby and then rewait. You're stuck in the clouds. Oh, those
takes
are awful.
Forever. But at least once you load in, you don't have to worry about that shit anymore, really.
Yeah.
Unless you do something else.
That's true. Yeah, with GTA, you're right. Once you're in, it's like you're usually fine. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's the future, man. I'm excited for next gen. No loading times. Get some sleek, nice graphics with some 4K, some haptic feedback on the controllers. I'm excited, man. Hopefully I can get my hands on one of them PS5s.
You're going to have to be our guinea pig.
I get a good one, too.
You'll get the PlayStation 5, I'll get the vaccine. How about that?
Turning into a $500 paperweight. I'll be pissed.
So are you only getting the PlayStation, or are you going to be getting something else with it? Actually, wow, you got 4 minutes.
I was debating, I'm just getting the console if I can find it. Yeah. I'm not fucking around trying to add anything else to my cart.
You're just going to try to get
the... Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Like, I'll make 2 separate orders.
Are we going to do this live? You're going to buy a PlayStation Live? We got 3 minutes.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know when GameStop's updating their shit. I don't know if it's midnight or not. Like... They didn't have a time. They just said that they're going to have consoles tonight at some point. That's all they said.
I would love it if you could get a PlayStation right now.
I would love it too, and then you'll pick it up tomorrow after work. I would love that shit.
Yeah, Vernon, I was looking at HP. I was looking at computers while I was trying to get Gracie to sleep. All of them didn't ship until 12/10. Like if I wanted to get a laptop through HP, it was all like until 12/10. Remember that whole thing Alex went through?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's a month away. Like I can't wait another.
Mine took like a couple weeks to ship.
Yours was ridiculous.
Mine was like
yeah. You and Alex ordered them at like the same time, pretty much.
I ordered mine after him.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Like a couple days after.
Damn. That's crazy.
That was a while ago.
I think I'm gonna hop off the way. I'm super tired, and it's almost 12 here.
Yeah, I think we kind of exhausted everything. Hey, we held it up for only 3 of us. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back here. No Alex, no Cody, no Quentin, no one else to.
We had a
good episode next week.
Good little techie episode this episode. Yeah, next week. Big episode. Zach King gonna be on.
Hopefully, looks better. It'll be better because we'll have another guest. It'll be. It's gonna be good. Hopefully, unless my computer dies, then it'll look the same, but with the guest. And I will probably be on my phone if that happens. So.
and
Vernon will be recording it because there's no way I can do it.
But yeah, I mean, like and subscribe. Check us out every Friday, new episode. Check us out on Mondays with our game nights. We're always streaming. And check out Squad Pod Sports on Thursdays. I mean, and on Twitter as well. We got Squad Pod Sports and Squad Pod on Twitter. We're everywhere, man. We're coming up on 80 videos here on YouTube. So we've been rolling. We've been staying pretty consistent, which is nice. So.
Yeah, follow us everywhere. They're floating up in here, so right there. So yeah,
somewhere around here.
But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys, episode 20.
Yeah, have a good week.
Peace.